not your typical live. I'm here waiting for the Two Taboo boys. Let's hope they come on soon. Let me send a little whatchamacallit. Okay. Can you send me a request to join? There we go.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, you guys. Hey, so I want to tell everyone that this was not the way we had originally planned this. Originally, I was to go over to their place and we were going to do Hill Jane Uninhibited from their house, but I couldn't get a ride and blah, 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 blah. So we're doing it. Hopefully, I won't mess up at the end of this and not record it. They still have it where you can download it and, you can transfer it to whatever. Yeah, they do. Okay, I just have to pay close attention. Well, it's good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me today. How's your Sunday?
Lazy. Well rested.
True. So let's get right into it. Two Taboo is a podcast, and these are the hosts of the Two Taboo podcast. And we have That's So Ryan. And then we have DeMail Mona Lisa. And I just love this podcast because it's very interesting. The way they do it is they'll take a serious subject and then they'll go with it. I'm not going to say they have fun with it, but they put it out there. And, you can basically say what the other day we did one on like these trannies that were like battling each other. And it's funny, but then it's really not funny at the same time. And then we have a really good one this Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's our subject this Tuesday?
So if y'all don't know, we actually are going to be having Miss Hill Jane herself onto our podcast, or Hillary onto our podcast, not podcast, our show.
I like show too.
Spread more light and to pretty much debunk some things in the sex working industry, because for one thing, I used to be a sex worker and of a sort, and because also I kind of am in a way. I kind of got my big toe dipped in the waters, But I wanted to really talk on basis of that and stuff, and like how it was back then versus how it is now, and things like that.
Well, there's a lot to say on that subject. I dibble-dabbled in it too. I was #1 webcammer at cam4.com a few years ago. And it kind of comes along with it. When you're transgendered, that's something that is never going to go out of style. It's never going to stop. There's always going to be a market for working trans girls. So whether you think that's good or that's bad, and we'll discuss that Tuesday or whatever. So how did you guys come to start this? How did you guys come to start Two Taboo? And what is the basis of your relationship? Who are y'all? And are y'all dating? Because I was roaming around on the internet, and there's a lot of rumors that you are. And then I was like, well, I never did see that. I'm like, are they? And then I started thinking, maybe they are, because you are always together. Are you just besties, or what's up? Uninhibited.
So I know. So we're going. All right. So to start with the Two Taboo, we actually were on the second season. We were, and a lot of people don't know, you was actually supposed to be a guest on the first season on one of the episodes.
Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. That was when my downfall started. So
yeah, and it was like also mine. So, but I sat there and he wasn't even an original guest.
I wasn't an original host. It started before me.
So yeah, it was like it was me and another person that started it. I came to her with the idea, and it was like due to personal situations and stuff, we had a falling out, and so it was like, and then I know that I brung him along, or he was a guest on some of them and things like that. So I was just like, why don't we just do it? Because it's like we always be having those topics where so we already, like anybody in my friend group, we have a way of sitting there talking about serious topics and then joking about them.
We just basically serious conversations. Like we'll talk about the serious conversations because this is what we do on a daily. It was just like, why not talk about it on live and get other people's opinion?
And it's because our demeanor, we have a way of talking heavy subjects, but like kind of like making light of it.
Like more light towards it. Then we was just like, this is a better way to not be messed up, but be
like spread awareness.
Spread awareness, and then we like to kiki with each other. And we do it so but it's entertaining for anybody who watch.
Because if anybody who watching don't really know, they would think that we are being messy. But at the same time, it's like, how can you be messy? For one thing, you're talking about your own life experiences. And then two, it's like you're talking about things that you've seen around, like, what's going on in the world. So it's like, and then the reason why we joke about it, or not per se joke about it, but make jokes around it, is because life is already serious enough. So it's like, even when it comes to the heavy situations, you still gotta make time to like
laugh.
To be honest.
Yeah, you do. You have to. So now, don't cut this out. What's y'all's relationship?
So we will say to that. We also have a YouTube channel where it's like keeping up with things like that. It's called If You Know, You Know. So
I've been promoting the heck out of that. So I hope you've gotten a few extra subscribers.
Subscribers,
thank you. And that was the thing. We was also going to thank you on our show as well too. Is that like we appreciate it so much because it was like we would wake up, we were like, oh my god, she did it again.
So we're going to keep it numb on the relationship of the two of you. But one thing that we do here on Uninhibited is we get really, really frank. So what I was going to talk about is where I've been for the past year, because as many viewers on Instagram know, this is not my first Instagram account. This is like my sixth. And I got hacked I got hacked a few years ago with my big one, which was Hill Jane 75. No, that's not the year I was born. But I got hacked on Hill Jane 75, which was the big one. And then basically about a little over a year ago, I was married. I've been married twice, both of them annulled. That tells you how my love life is. And the last one was the big one, my heart, my everything. And I was able to get it annulled because while I was in the hospital with a mild heart attack and kidney failure, I overdosed on hormones. I'm one of the ones that overdosed on female hormones. I was taking too many. I was taking my prescription. Then I was going to 25th and North Charles and buying the girls' hormones. So I was taking way too many, and I ended up having a kidney. My kidney went out on me. So you really have to be careful with that. It's really hard because if you're like me, you want results. So I overdosed on hormones, and then I had a mild heart attack from years of amphetamine abuse, taking too many Adderalls and other things. But I had a mild heart attack. So I was married. My husband took off to Virginia, and I couldn't find him. The GLCCB helped me get a lawyer to annul the marriage, and he throughout last year, which is why I wasn't coming on YouTube much, is he was coming in and out of my life. I was living somewhere not far from here, and just in the throes of deep depression, and very, very triggered a lot. And at one point, he would come into my life and come out of my life. We would try to make it work, then it wouldn't work out. And at one point, and this is around the time I think I told you I had fallen down. What actually had happened was I was in the library, and I sliced my face. I wasn't on my medication. I took a razor and I sliced my face. And there's a small scar where I did that. I tried to slice my neck. So that when we were talking about mental illness a few days ago, that's something I take really, really seriously, is that now it's like really hip to say, oh, I'm mentally ill. I have this, I have that. And I'm hearing the two words suicide ideation being thrown around like crazy. And when I was first diagnosed with it, it was like, what? What is that? Now everybody said it. Everybody's got suicide ideation. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I always walk around because it's like he get pissed off at me when I sit there and I tell him like, well, if God put me there, I'm not gonna fight it. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like, and he like stop saying dumb shit like that. And I'm just like,
yeah, I'm the type of person that like I deal with like certain things too, like with everything that glitters and gold. So what you see on social media, not me all the time. I'm not always uppity and happy.
Yeah,
And
me neither. Me neither. It's really hard, and and then lately, I lost my apartment. My roommate was in rehab, and he came out, and my roommate and I were just friends, but he came out and he relapsed, and so all this craziness was going on in the apartment I was at. Our power got turned off, and it was just really, really crazy. And now I'm staying with someone through the generosity of their generosity and everything, but it's really, really hard, and what has saved me, because I don't go to the doctor until October. I'm not on my meds right now. Brittany doesn't like lithium, but lithium has saved my life. Lithium has been a lifesaver for me. And I'm not on it right now. I don't have any. I can't get an appointment until October. So some days I'm just white knuckling it. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But you persevere. Until you've been in those situations. And, slicing my face, and if you know me, anybody that knows Hill Jane knows, my face. Yeah, I took a razor and sliced my face. And then I put makeup on top of it. It was crazy.
But it's like, it's not that crazy, because it's like, for one thing, I relate with that because when I was younger, I used to be a cutter. Yeah. So it was like, it came to a point where it was starting to get exposed. So I upgraded to burning. So I'm
a hitter. I hit myself. My ex has all this footage of me. He threatened to have me put in Shepherd Pratt at one point, and he called them, in fact, because I wouldn't stop hitting myself, and he had all this footage to prove it. And so he would show me the footage, and I had no recollection of doing that whatsoever. I'm hitting myself on a mirror in the bathroom, hitting myself like that, and I have no recollection of it whatsoever. I don't know if I've just blacked out or what, but it was incredible. But I'm like, well, instead of filming it, why weren't you helping me? And that was the basic of our relationship. It was a relationship full of toxicity and codependency, and I love him so much. But if he just, texted me the other day, and I was like, he wanted to know where I was, can you come see me? I'm like, no, I just need to take a break from all that. What's really helping me is going back to YouTube. And some of these videos that I've released on YouTube, the new videos, are actually old footage. And I've just re-edited them, to make, look like a new video. But some of them is old footage, but it's what keeps me busy and everything. What I want to ask you too is, can we say your ages? I'm 46.
I'm 23.
And I'm 26.
Okay. So what is it? So we got a Gen Zer here, and he would be like a millennial, wouldn't he? Ryan, you would be a millennial, right?
And the Gen Z, I'm barely there though.
So technically,
I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X.
I would be a Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Gen X.
It's a little weird the way they.
Because the last time I checked,
I think Spirit Cat is Gen Z, and I think Ryan is Gen X, is millennial. The way they would do it, because it's right at 2000.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't really understand it. The last time I looked it up was a bridge, but then he re-looked it up, and he was like, "No, you're Gen Z," and I'm just like, "What?" So.
Inevitably, when you have a platform, no matter how big or how small it is, you meet people through DMs, online, or whatever, that for some reason, I won't say idolize you, but they look up to you and they learn from you. And I've definitely learned that. And at the end of this video, I will post the hotline for the National Suicide Hotline. It can really help someone. Trans in particular have a lot of issues with depression. Well, everybody does, especially when you live a life that is not considered part of the norm or whatever. And especially here in Baltimore, Baltimore has been agony and ecstasy for me. All my dreams have come true, but a lot haven't. What's it like being two young men in your 20s in Baltimore that are into fashion, that are what I would consider very hip, and I know how the people in Baltimore are, and how do you deal with certain things like that?
For me,
being different in this very closed-minded city.
For me, I used to let it get to me. I think it was like back in high school, it was when I was letting it get to me, because high school time when we first met, I was still bisexual, so I was kind of balancing it out. And then, you know, that's the era where everybody's just picky and mean and like just. So now I just ignore it. I ignore it and do me and live my life. Like now, I just go skipping down the street if I want to, and I keep mentality. I'm not here to impress nobody but myself. So I had to learn how to do that, and that's how I start managing it or put my thoughts in elsewhere.
Someone posted they will tell anyone to move away from Baltimore, and I will definitely agree with that. I will say don't move here. I will say this: if you're trans, move here for the insurance because you can get your surgeries for free. But once you get them, go. Because it's not a fun place. It's not a nice place. You got 75-year-olds who are bullying people. And that just in itself is yeah.
With me, it's like, believe it or not, this is me calm down. This is a calm down version of me. Because he can tell you, like in school, I wore an inflatable bat on my back. Like I used to do things like that. I was a goth kid in middle school. How many damn goth kids you know in middle school? So it's like in public middle school in the city. So it was like I was one of the rare few. I never really gave a fuck that much. I just used my goth style as meaning of protection or something in a way. Of course I would still get bullied and things, but people did it in a way because they didn't really understand me or they was afraid of me. So it was just like I used it. I was like, okay, yeah.
I get bullied by other trans here, and that's been really, really hard to take. I come from a sisterhood of Atlanta. I got my start in Atlanta where we had a sisterhood and we looked up to and respected the older girls. And that doesn't happen here, you know, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You get somebody with a $10 wig and who's sporting 12 inches down below, and God forbid you don't call them a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which.
Oh, we was just
on that topic on what, Thursday?
Yep.
When we was talking about, because I was like, they bully within their own communities, and then I made it a broad way or like broadcast like how the LGBTQ plus community, they want acceptance, but they also bully each other, which make no sense. Like even in the gay community, they do that top and bottom stuff, or that fat Asian thing, or the trans. They all bash each other because you're passable and you're not passable, but technically.
And it's like, how dare you? And it's like I sit back and I listen, I observe, and I watch all this. And I'm like, how the fuck are you trying to get respect and recognition from people that's outside this community, but we can't even respect or recognize ourselves?
True. So let's talk about some stuff that's going on YouTube. Some drama that's been going on. What do you guys think about the grooming and the Colleen Ballinger and the James Charleses and all that kind of stuff? Are you up on what's going on? Of course, everybody knows about James Charles. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. First of all, bitch can't do makeup for shit. I don't know who taught her to do her makeup. Only thing she does a little bit. Her and Manny MUA, they do a little bit of foundation. And then they go to town with these eyes. They do Liza Minnelli eyes. And I'm like, that's not the way I'll give it to Jeffree Star. She knows how to do her makeup. She does. She may be boo-boo and everything, but she knows how to do makeup. James Charles and Manny MUA, I can't stand the makeup. Apparently, James Charles has a new makeup thing that's out. Colleen Ballinger, don't think she's pretty. Never thought she's funny. Never understood the appeal of her. Who is this woman? Why does everybody care? And I mean, what's so funny about it? Miranda Sings? For me, I'm like, well, what's the appeal of this woman that everyone's going crazy over? And it's like, it reminds me of Gabby Hanna a couple years ago. If y'all were on YouTube when Gabby Hanna was getting all the attention a couple years ago. Again, don't see it. Now, Trisha Paytas, at least Trisha Paytas is pretty. She may be crazy, but at least she's pretty.
Yeah. And a lot of thing is, it's like, whoa, the Miranda Sings. I do know a lot about the Miranda Sings and Trisha Paytas thing. So, Miranda Sings, when I seen that and stuff, I'm just like, oh, so you're just a racist, fake ass bitch. Like, because it was like, And then on top of that, like, bitch, you weird. Like, why are you sitting there sending your supposedly friend nudes to a bunch of children and then like making fun? Yes, yes, and then making fun of it. This was the topic I wanted to talk about.
I never knew about that. See, Miranda Sings for me, it was just like, all right, I found that I was like, all right, it was an era that she was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was an era where she became very annoying, and then now she's being
backlash.
A person.
Yeah, she's being a person.
What about James Charles? What do y'all think of him? Do y'all believe the allegations? Because some of it seems to be, I'm gonna keep it real. I believe that he DMs. I believe that he doesn't, wherever he lives, he doesn't meet people, and so he does accept DMs from people, and that's how he meets people. But you gotta, when somebody's sending you a DM, that's one of the first things I say. How old are you, and where do you live? How old are you? How old are you? Because there are a lot of, you got to be really careful of that, and he's not careful. Do I think that he's a, we can't say it on YouTube, but do I think that he's an SP? That's a strong phrase. I don't know. I haven't had sex with him. Don't want to ever go there, but I don't know. I think that he's probably a young man who got caught up, and I may be wrong, so don't come at me. Don't bash me and say that I'm supporting a predator. I'm not. I don't know. I think he probably has in the past.
Because I've heard a few things about him. Like this was not his first allegation or incident.
So
Allegedly.
hold on. Because the first incident, it was the same thing. It happened like when he first started getting really big. Everybody paid that no mind.
That is true.
Then they started saying he was racist. Then all of a sudden this allegation popped back up. And then somebody went on YouTube, it was like, so nobody paying attention that this not his first time getting something like this. So now that's why everybody is believing, like they 100% believe it now. Because in the YouTube world, like the ones that go to like...
It never goes away. It never goes. But nobody, all his friends, when Nikita Dragon got arrested a few months ago and was placed in with the men, did nobody from YouTube, none of her best friends come and try to bail her out. She had a fan bail her out. But all these YouTubers, they stick together. Here's someone who's accused of doing really horrible things to 16-year-olds, and they're being photographed with them. And, it's just crazy, and Jacqueline Hill and all that. I posted a really funny, because all of them were photographed together, and I said, James Charles, he looks like he just had his lips done. Manny MUA looks fat. Toddy Westbrook looks old. Jacqueline Hill can't move her face. Jeffree Star is up to something. And who was the other one? Laura Lee, brainless.
And it's like, as far as their makeup, because I know you asked us the question about their makeup.
I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a big fan either. It's like, because before when we had the conversation and stuff, it's like I dabble in goth makeup, so it's like I might put a little eyeliner here, maybe paint my nails black, but that's as far as I will go.
Yeah. Well, the makeup, I don't know about this current makeup that's supposed to be really, really thick or whatever, but it's always eyeshadow palettes anyway. Where's the foundation? Where's the skincare? They're always releasing, my new makeup, but it's always an eyeshadow palette. Well, and the eyeshadow palettes are usually through morph anyway, so who cares?
Also,
it's overpriced.
It's because, for one thing, it's like I'm looking for... All right, so I know like the makeup industry is female heavily dominated and stuff, and it's like, but not only women wear makeup. There's men, both masculine, feminine, straight, gay, that also wear makeup. So it's like, where is the representation for the men who actually wear makeup? Like, if you sitting there, you on a TV or an actor and stuff, you're obviously gonna wear some makeup.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you are or what you classify.
What do y'all think of these NPCs from TikTok?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my Lord. Honey.
Imitate the hell out of them. I'm like, could you fucking not? Like,
I mean, it's very interesting, the characters that they switch, but the one in particular, the one who's got the blonde hair and everything, she sits there and does this for 7, and I can just imagine, well, first I heard that the tips aren't that big anyway, so no wonder she's doing it for 7 and 8 hours, but TikTok in general, are y'all on TikTok? I'm not on TikTok. It makes me nervous. I just feel it's like really designed for kids, and it's so fast.
I just watch it to pass my day. But I only mark them. You know how when something's so annoying, like you know how like you watch a TV or something, you start marking that one annoying part of the movie.
That's like all you hear is him. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you very much. And I'm just like,
Gang, 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 gang. If y'all ever see me and I'm doing gang, gang, just sit back and know I'm getting my bag. So. So it's hard. It's hard on YouTube. YouTube has changed so much in a year. I was monetized and everything a year ago, and in the year that I was left, they took away. They still owed me AdSense, still owed me money, but they took it away. They're making me like start all over. I have to get. I have to get so many more hours of something. But it's just weird. YouTube can be really, really shady. So be careful. You have to really watch it with your AdSense. And I was never in the big bucks. I was never in the Trisha Paytas or Shane Dawson land anyway, but I get $100 every other month, but now, and they owe me money now, but it's only just has disappeared.
Yeah,
so you have to be really careful with that.
Already knew how YouTube is. We was just like, when we said something about YouTube, we had a discussion about it. If you watch the vlog, like probably like what, an hour before, we was like, let's make a YouTube video.
oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
And it was literally right before that.
It was like a spur of a moment type thing.
So we was just like, we're not doing this for attention. We're not doing this because we want to make money from it. We was like, we know how YouTube is.
Yeah.
We want to do this for fun for us.
Mine started from Facebook. I would originally go live on Facebook, and I really tore it up there. I was going viral on Facebook, and then I came to YouTube, and it has been a pain in the ass just to get subscribers. I feel like I have to beg for subscribers and to get views. And my first video back did really well. Now I'm doing in the hundreds, but it's okay. Like you said, I'm doing because I know eventually it'll be. But that's really what I want, and it's not for attention. It's not really to make money. It's just, money would be nice. It was nice, but I know how to make money. If I need to, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. YouTube is I like, and especially like when you're on live or whatever, I like the live feeds on Instagram because they're much more open.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like funny fact that she said about Facebook. That's actually how, when you going viral on Facebook, that's actually how I found you.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, oh my God, I didn't know her.
Yeah. I was living in North Carolina, and I did a thing on. I had gotten made fun of at a pizza place, and I went outside the pizza place and that started it all. 30,000 views in like a few minutes, and that started it all. And my boyfriend at the time was in prison, so I was really, really lonely and everything. When you hear about my love life, that's really the topic. Like one of my most recent videos, it's catharticism for me to go on and do a video and say what's going on in my life, vlog or whatever. It's cathartic. It helps me through it.
And it's funny, you said the same thing. He was like, we're going to look back on these videos, and we're like, you remember that?
When we were sitting in D.C., who would knew that we would have made a YouTube video an hour before been filming it?
DC is fun. I love DC. It's like I told y'all on the phone though. The boys are cute, but they all want to get,
yeah.
They all want to get there. Yeah, they do. Well, this has been fun, you guys. We'll catch up more on Tuesday. I want to make sure I can download this and everything, but this has been great. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Tiffany, who just joined. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you Tuesday. Y'all look great. Y'all behave. And I will see you Tuesday night.
We will try our best. But thank you for having me on. We can't wait to have you.
Thank you. Two Taboo is on every Tuesday and Thursday night.
Yep, at 10 p.m.
At 10 p.m. I was saying midnight, my bad, but 10 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays on Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Oh yeah, we also have you channel. It's called If You Know, You Know, and it's all like an acronym. So put I.Y.K.Y.K. Yeah. I'll put a link to it.
Video.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you.
Bye.